Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a full face of nothing new makeup. I actually have seen loads of these videos floating around YouTube recently, and I believe Allie Glines or Allie Glines, I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm really sorry if I butchered that, but I love watching her videos, and I think that she came up with this kind of series on her channel showing you guys kind of like the full face of nothing new makeup. So basically it is just digging deep into your makeup and finding some old favourites that you used to love and kind of putting them on your face again. So that's exactly what I did in today's video, and I'm really loving the way this turned out. I wanted to do a dark lip today because I mean I haven't worn a dark lip in such a long time, and yeah, I'm actually really enjoying it. It makes such a difference from like my normal nude lipstick. So rather than me waffling on, I'm just going to get into this tutorial and show you guys how I achieved this look. Now take some of the NYX Angel Veil primer. I haven't used this in a while, but I love this. This is really foldable, and yeah, I just love the way this looks underneath foundation, and it's really good for like oily areas on your face and like minimizing pores and stuff. So I'm just going to be putting this mainly around the T-zone. I don't know what's going on today, but I feel like my face is really red. I've been like literally non-stop all day today. I tidied up the whole of my beauty studio and I reorganized everything, which is why, as you guys can tell, I've got a new backdrop. So I'm testing out some like different lighting and like things like that. Let me know what you think and if it looks any good, but I feel like I look really red, so I need to get some foundation on quick. So with the foundation, I'm going to be taking two. This one is the BECCA Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation, and this one is the Fenty Beauty. So I really love this BECCA one, and I haven't used it for ages. I tend to mix the Fenty Beauty one with a lot just because I really like the coverage of it, and this BECCA one can be a little bit more sheerer, but I just love the way that it looks on the skin. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit on with my beauty blender and then blending this through. This BECCA foundation has the nicest scent to it. It actually smells like coconuts. It's just so lovely. I love using this foundation. Take a little bit of the Fenty one as well. Blend this out. Yeah, so as I was saying, I literally spent all day tidying up my makeup collection today. I've binned so much like old makeup. It was well overdue. I just seriously haven't had the time to just go through it and like reorganize it. And now I feel like there's so many products that I was like, oh my god, I haven't used that in ages, and that kind of like inspired me to do this video today because I was like, oh, I can't wait to do some makeup now. So I really want to go like full on glam today. Not that I've got anywhere to go, but just because I like to walk around the house in pyjamas and a full face of makeup. Okay, so now that's blended through, I'm going to take some concealer. I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. I love this concealer so much. It's got so much kind of coverage in it, and I don't feel like it gets drying underneath the eyes. I just absolutely love this. This is in the shade C3, which matches me really well, but I am going to go over the top with a little bit of the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This one is like super hydrating, so I'm going to use a little bit of this under there as well. I'm going to take a little bit down my nose, on my chin, a little bit here as well, my forehead. I just feel like I need a little bit extra coverage today because my skin feels really red, so I just want to kind of cover it all up. I feel like I want to go a little bit brighter underneath the eyes, so I'm going to take a little bit of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is honestly such an amazing concealer from the drugstore. It's so affordable and it's really good. I've been really enjoying this recently. Okay, so now that is super bright, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Laura Mercier translucent powder. This honestly is like my holy grail translucent powder, but I feel like at the moment I've been using a lot of the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder, so I kind of want to use this today. So I've just gone in and done my eyebrows and my contour off camera, and now I'm just going to be warming up the skin with a little bit of MAC Give Me Sun. I saw it in my drawer today when I was obviously cleaning out my makeup, and I was like, I need to use that. I used to love this bronzer back in the day. So I'm just going to warm up the skin with this and add some more definition, and as you guys may know already, I'm going to go in quite messy with this at first and then I'll blend it out afterwards. So I don't know if anyone's watched Bohemian Rhapsody yet. I mean, oh my god, what a good film that is. I literally watched it the other night. I downloaded it on Sky. I've watched it twice already. I am obsessed with it. I love Freddie Mercury. I mean, I just wish he was still alive and like I could meet him, because he's just got so much charisma and like stage presence. I just think he's so good. And that Rami Malek, I think that's what his name is, the actor who played Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, he done such a good job. And I feel like ever since I watched the film, like, I have not stopped playing Bohemian Rhapsody now. Like, I just am obsessed with it. Just gonna clean up this contour a little bit. So I actually found this Smashbox blush palette. I think this is their Crush on blush palette. So it's got like contour shades in it and also like a highlight and a few blushes. But I'm going to be taking a little bit of this pinky shade right here. I'm just going to add that to the cheeks. I feel like I should have used this bronzer as well. I feel like I might use that in another tutorial. So I'm literally just stippling this on the cheeks. I've really been liking this technique recently of putting on blush. I just feel like it goes on so much more kind of cleaner. And it looks like more diffused, if that makes sense. I've really been loving it. Does anyone remember these glow kits from Anastasia Beverly Hills? I honestly was obsessed with these when they first come out. So this one is the Gleam palette. And as you can see, I use Crushed Pearl pretty much all the time. This one I feel like matches me the most, but I pretty much love all of these shades. But in true style, I'm going to take Crushed Pearl today and add some highlight to the face. This is honestly such a beautiful highlighting palette. I love it so much. So I'm going to take the Nubian palette by Juvia's Place today for my eyeshadow. I haven't used this in ages, but I absolutely love these eyeshadows. They're so good quality. Like, I mean, they're amazing, and I just love all the colours in here. And I want to do something quite glam today, and I just think this palette will be perfect. So I'm going to be taking this kind of orangey shade right here, and I'm just going to be buffing this into the crease. I'm going to be using this as kind of like a transitional shade, but I do want this kind of orangey tone to peek through the rest of the eyeshadows. Going quite far up towards the eyebrow with this, and I'm just going to be winging it out slightly as well. I honestly forget like how good quality these eyeshadows actually are. These are like a dream to work with. So now I'm going to be picking up the shade right next to that orangey shade, which is this kind of tan browny colour. And I'm going to be putting this into the crease as well. I've switched up my blending brushes. This one is more like a tapered brush, so it's going to be more kind of like controlled in the crease. So I'm not going to cover up any of that orange shade. Taking that browny shade as well, I'm also going to be adding a little bit to the outer half of the lid as well, and just blending that through. Taking a little bit of this brown shade as well, I'm also going to be putting that on the lower lash line, kind of blending that through. So I'm going to take a little bit of this kind of rusty browny colour right here. Just going to be deepening up the outer corner with this. I'm honestly using such a light hand with these, and they are just blending so beautifully. I really want to go and try some more of Juvia's Place's palettes because I know they have so many, but I just really love the quality of these. These are one of the nicest eyeshadow palettes I think I've ever used. So taking that kind of fluffy blending brush again, I'm just going to kind of blend through all of the edges. I want this look to be really nice and kind of blown out and smoky today. I want it to be nice and kind of evenly blended and really kind of like soft. So taking the darkest shade in the palette right here, I'm going to use this also on the outer corner. I'm just using a pencil brush to kind of pat the colour on, and then I will go back in with my blending brush and just blend it through. So there's also this kind of like reddy kind of coppery shade that I want to use as well, but I'm just going to kind of like go over the whole lot basically to just add a little bit more kind of warmth to the look. And then go back in with my blending brush again and just blend through the edges. Okay, so to clean this look up a bit, I'm going to be taking a little bit of the Makeup Revolution Cut Crease canvas, and I'm just going to clean up the kind of crease with this, but I'm only going to be doing kind of like the inner half of the lid. while that's still wet, like tacky, I'm going to be taking this pearly kind of shimmery shade and I'm going to be pressing this on top. And then taking a little bit of that coppery shade again, I'm just going to diffuse the edges of that cut crease slightly. Okay, so I still feel like I want to add a little bit of darkness, like through the outer corner as well. So I'm just going to be adding a little bit more of that kind of dark brown shade, just to really intensify it. Okay, so taking a black eyeshadow, this one is one of my Makeup Geek ones. Just going to add this to the lower lash line. Okay, so now moving on to eyeliner. I have this one by L'Oreal. This is the Matte Matic Super Liner. I used to really enjoy using this. So I'm just going to use this into the waterline on the lower and the upper waterline to kind of smoke this out. This is not like an intense black eyeliner, but it's really nice for kind of like every day, I feel, because it's not that black. And then I want to add a little bit of a wing, so I'm going to be taking this NABLA cereal liner. Nothing new with this liner at all. I mean, I use this all the time. This is one of my favourite liners to use at the moment, and I'm really picky when it comes to like liners because I want them to be like really nice and kind of like long wearing. I feel like with some eyeliners that I wear, they kind of slip and slide all over the eyes, but this one just stays in place. So I'm going to be going in with this black eyeshadow again, and I'm just going to soften the edge of the liner. So you guys will have to tell me if you like this setup more than the last one. I feel like I'm still trying to play around with like the lighting and everything, and I'm also having like some camera issues as well. I work off of the Canon 70D, which honestly is such an amazing DSLR. Like, I mean, I absolutely love it. But I mean, it is quite old now. It's like 4 years old, and I feel like it's sort of struggling to autofocus as well as it used to. So I don't know if this is like a common issue with the Canon 70D, but I need to double check the warranty because I am like petrified that it's going to die on me basically. So just adding a quick coat of mascara. This one is the Baby Doll Lash by, who is this by? L'Oreal. Right, now I'm just going to throw on some eyelashes. So this has been staring at me on my desk. This is the STILA Glitter and Glow Magnificent Metals eyeshadow. So this is in the colour Bronzed Belle. I haven't used this for ages, and I used to really enjoy using this, and I think the tone of this will work really well with the eyeshadows. So I'm just going to go straight in, and I'm just going to add a little tiny bit to the inner corner of the lower lash line, just to add a little bit of glam. So I always feel like I do a nude lip, so I want to switch it up a little bit and I want to go a little bit dark. So I'm going to be using MAC liner in the colour Beat to line my lips. I've got these two STILA lip glosses. Well, one's a lip gloss, one's a liquid lip. I think this one would work a little bit better. Also really love that as well. I think I'm going to put this on top, and then I might go in with that purpley colour over the top. This colour's so beautiful though. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of this lip gloss as well. This is in the colour Fuchsia. So there we have it, a full face of nothing new makeup, and I have to say I really love this look. I'm actually really liking a dark lip. This is the first time I've worn a dark lip in so long, and yeah, even though I have got it on my teeth. So guys, I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to my channel, and I will see you all again in my next video. Bye!